Good evening and a very warm welcome to your platform on NewsX. SpeakOut India, I'm Ajit Chandila. We are going to be focusing on the IPL once again and latest developments, the big development of the day. The Madras High Court has today issued notice to the government, the BCCI and the IPL. The three must respond by the 6th of June. The petitioner on whose PIL the court acted seeks government's takeover of the management and administration of the IPL and the BCCI as it had failed to promote the game. We ask, are courts the only way to fix IPL? Take a look.
Millions of IPL fans disheartened after having paid money and taken interest in matches that weren't on sporting event at all. The IPL spot fixing mess reaches the doors of the BCCI top brass. Madurai bench of the Madras High Court issues notices to the BCCI President N. Sreenivasan, IPL Chairman Rajiv Shukla and 7 others demanding that they respond on or before the 6th of June. Court acts after a Madurai-based lawyer files a PIL questioning the IPL matches. Advocate Peter Ramesh Kumar in his PIL has raised queries on the way IPL is conducted and the various fixing controversies surrounding it. Court has also responded due to the action of another citizen. Earlier this week, a Lucknow resident, Sudhir Shavasti, had filed a PIL in the Supreme Court demanding an SIT probe in all allegations of match fixing. His PIL also sought a stay on the game's semi-finals and final matches along with an impartial probe. The spot-fixing tsunami also lands at BCCI President N. Sreenivasan's doors as his son-in-law Gurunath Mayappan's name crops up during the probe. Gurunath is BCCI President N. Sreenivasan's son-in-law as he is married to Sreenivasan's daughter Rupa. Gurunath hails from an affluent family that owns AVM Productions. His wife Rupa is the director of India Cements, the company that owns IPL franchise Chennai Super Kings and lists Sreenivasan as its vice chairman and managing director. Gurunath is also the team principal and CEO of Chennai Super Kings. Whether Gurunath is involved in the spot-fixing scandal or not is not known. His name cropped up after the arrest of Bindu Dara Singh on Tuesday. Bindu reportedly placed several bets on behalf of Gurunath. Police sources, however, say that there is no evidence of spot-fixing against Gurunath, but only of heavy betting, which is illegal. The IPL spot-fixing scam has caused widespread outrage.
Today, if you see IPL, it is a big scandal. Values are falling and also misuse. You see the operations also, it is totally vulgar.
Angry fans are asking tough questions. Are courts the only way to fix IPL? Is there any political will to clean up cricket? Is it time for the public to boycott the IPL? Bureau Report, NewsX.
So the questions we're asking you tonight on Speak Out India. Are courts the only way to fix the IPL? Is there any political will to clean up cricket at all? And is it time for the public to boycott IPL? Call us and share your views and your thoughts on the subjects we're asking you tonight. The lines are open. Our number are 01204369942. Joining me on the show tonight, I have with me Mr. Sajid Charkol. He's the sports editor of the Sunday Guardian. In a short while from now, I'll also be joined by Mr. Chatterjee, Himanshu Chatterjee. He's the founder of Lok Diksha Sports Law Initiative. Let me begin by asking you, Sajid, the biggest development of the day is that indirectly or directly, we have a CSK owner whose name has cropped up, who is the son-in-law of the BCCI chairman, Sreenivasan. Isn't this just getting so much more murkier than what we had expected it to be?
Well, Akshay, I think the way the events have unfolded over the last 3-4 days, it seems that it's like every facet of our, of our life. I mean, of the cricketing life, there is a cricketer involved, there's a Bollywood connection, now there's an IPL owner, son-in-law there, tomorrow it could be a politician. So, I mean, I'm completely at a loss of words to say where is it all leading to?
Absolutely. In fact, let's just go across to a few people who's called us on the show already. Rajpal from Mumbai and Shri Harish from Chennai. Shri Harish, stay on with us. Rajpal, go ahead, speak your mind out.
You see, I can assure you there is no political will on the part of the politicians to clean this mess because politicians themselves are involved.
You've nailed it. That's right.
And they will not like that it should be clean or it should go out of their hand. The public must boycott this and it should be shut and only then it should be started again after some time so that we organize it properly. And secondly, the money which they are earning for this Daud Abraham
Yes.
should not be used in our country for terrorist activities. That
Absolutely.
is the same thing, because he is doing all this so that the same money which they are making will be used here.
Well, it's come to a point really, Rajpal, that the government has to step in and should take some very, very strict and concrete measures to tackle corruption in sports, leave alone corruption in the government itself. But thanks very much, Rajpal. Let me go across to Sri Harish from Chennai. Go ahead, Mr. Sri Harish.
Yeah, hi. I have
Hi.
a couple of points to make here.
Yes.
The first is that when we talk about a takeover of the BCCI, the real question is who's going to take over? Who's going to take over the IPL? We don't want a bunch of politicals and babus coming on board and making this another railways,
Yes.
which will become by far the most inefficient body run in the world.
Yes.
The other point that I'd like to really submit is that the IPL by definition, cricket by definition being such a huge sport in this country,
Yes.
and therefore in the rest of the world,
Yes.
it is important to find even small fish and fry them hard. Because the powerful by definition will always be behind the veil. And throughout history, we know we can never get our hands to them.
Okay. All right. We'll have to cut you short there, Sri Harish. A lot of people calling in, but thanks very much for your point. Let me go across to Dr. Mahesh Tilwani from Gujarat. Go ahead, Dr. Tilwani.
Yeah, you had asked whether IPL should be banned.
Okay.
And now, the thing is, the IPL is not a regular format of cricket.
Yes.
The IPL is a batsman focused.
Okay.
Okay, so it is killing cricket.
All right.
Now, one more thing. BCCI is calling itself a representative of Government of India, whereas the money earned by BCCI is not taken by any Indian government. So what about that?
All right. Thanks very much, Dr. Tilwani. A lot of questions that really need answers at the moment. I want to bring in Devashish from Kolkata. Go ahead, Devashish. Speak your mind out.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
You see, BCCI is perhaps one of the most powerful autonomous bodies in this country. So basically, they are not answerable to anybody except to the people of India when these sort of allegations of match fixing and spot fixing comes up. So obviously, the courts would have to intervene, audit these people, see where the money is coming from, because there have been rumors, and not unfounded rumors, that the money they paid to the players by the respective clubs are not very clean. So if they start with that, I think that perhaps you could have the first brush at cleaning up this mess.
All right, thanks very much, Devashish. Simran from Karnataka, I'm going to request you to stay on with me. Stay on with me, Simran. I'm coming to you. Before that, let's bring in Mr. Himanshu for a quick reaction. Mr. Chaturvedi, the biggest development today is that we know CSK owner, son-in-law of the BCCI's chairman, Sreesanth, was in touch with the middleman, who is Bindu Dara Singh, who was arrested yesterday. Why should an owner be in touch with the middleman? Isn't that the big question we should be asking right now, Mr. Chaturvedi?
Yesterday or day before on your very channel, I said a very small thing. The teacher is setting up the paper, he's checking it and giving the marks. So if you have the head of the institution deciding most of the things, this is bound to happen, which is nothing new which is coming out.
Okay.
We all knew it. On the very first day on Thursday when I came on, I said there the rot is inside, not outside.
Okay. All right. So basically you're saying you're waiting for this to come out, and it has now, of course. So the police has to go ahead, investigate and nail the truth in this case. Stay on with me, Mr. Chaturvedi. I also want to bring in a quick word in from Mr. Pradeep Magazine, a cricket expert who is joining us at the moment. Mr. Magazine, I want to begin by asking you, how rotten do you think this IPL is going to get? It's just a few rotten apples, or do you think that this is just the tip of the iceberg, looking at the kind of people who are involved in this and how it has reached actually the doorstep of the BCCI chairman today? Mr. Magazine, please go ahead.
Well, the kind of stories which are appearing in the print and on TV channels, it does appear that the rot is much deeper. Every day there are new revelations, though we should be careful. They are all source-based. How much truth is behind them? But if you go by the fact that 3 players are already behind bars, one Bollywood actor has been arrested.
Yes, sir.
And I don't see any reason, going by what is appearing, that the rot wouldn't be much deeper.
Absolutely, that's the point, sir. Sir, please stay on with me. I'm going to come back to you for more. I want to bring in a few callers before I come to you, Saji. I have Simran from Karnataka, Surendra Sharma from Rohtak. Simran, you've been waiting for a while. Go ahead, speak your mind out, Simran.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, courts are the only way to fix IPL. There is no political will to clean up, as BCCI is controlled by politicians. That's all I want to tell. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much, Simran. Precise and pretty accurate. I think it's time the courts really should step in and fix the IPL at the moment, because it seems like the BCCI can't do much about it. I want to go ahead and bring in Surinder Sharma. Go ahead, Surinder.
Actually, good evening.
Good evening.
Actually, it is the only judiciary and media like your channel
Yes.
who have put check and balances over the arbitrary acts of executives as well as BCCI-like organizations.
Right.
BCCI is also in collusion with this type of scam done by your cricketers here.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm very grateful to you for your
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharma. Thank you indeed. I want to bring in Gunjan from Delhi. Go ahead, Gunjan. Speak your mind out.
Hello.
Gunjan, boliye. Go ahead. Speak your mind out.
Why not the examples already set for Azharuddin? Look, he is a member of the parliament, and moreover, Ajit Jadeja, who is being again and again insisted by the media itself. He is a commentator. He is been coming in IPLs. He is a main match. He was proved that he fixed the match. Still, he is being
okay. But it's unfortunate that we do not take any strict actions really, and we do not set examples so people do not get this kind of activities again. Gunjan, thanks very much. Arjuman from Srinagar, go ahead. Alright, we've lost that caller. Haji, I want to come to you now and try and understand. Do you agree with the fact a lot of callers have been saying time and again that it's time now that the courts step into the matter, because clearly the BCCI doesn't seem to be very serious about it. There doesn't seem to be a political will to go into this. Do you think the courts should really take over for the time being to clean up the entire act?
Absolutely, Akshay, because if the BCCI doesn't, then who does? Somebody has to clear the system. The system has to be cleansed. The rot has set in so deep. And yesterday the Apex Court, the ruling of the Apex Court was very clear.
Yes.
The court means they just don't want to haggle in. I mean, they don't want anything to be left unturned. They're given BCCI a definite timeline. 2 weeks is all the BCCI gets.
Yes.
They have to be proactive. They have to be on their shoes.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying, what I feel is the court should, there's a limit. BCCI cannot just absolve themselves of all responsibility.
Absolutely. I don't know why the BCCI is really shunning away from owning up and perhaps taking a stricter action and set example. I want to bring in Mr. Hemanshu once again. Mr. Hemanshu, try and make the viewers also understand, what about this other development of S36, the company where Sreesanth is supposed to be a person who's endorsing that company, and the document clearly reveals that that company was to do with setting up of betting houses in India and abroad. I mean, these are shocking details day by day that are coming out.
See, I am in possession of a document which says what are the duties of the ACSU. It says that the people are supposed to be looking after both on ground and team hotels. Now, ACSU, what were they doing?
Right.
This person, gentleman, is, this is what he's done is not in overnight. He's not a planned criminal.
Yes.
Sreesanth is not a criminal. He is today is becoming a savior of cricket in this country. Poor chap has sacrificed himself, but he saved the entire country. The whole rot is only come out because he's been caught.
Okay.
Come on, heaven's sake.
Well, the police really need a pat on their back to have been able to unravel this entire scandal. Mr. Chaturvedi, I'm going to request you to please stay on with me. I want to bring in a few callers on the show. Adil from Srinagar and Raja from Delhi. I'm coming back to you, Mr. Chaturvedi. Adil from Srinagar, please go ahead.
First of all, very good morning, very good evening to everyone. That BCCI is earning hundreds of crores every month, every year, and Srinivasan doesn't raise a question that I'm earning this kind of. But when IPL spot fixing come attack, then BCCI says that we don't have any weapons to stabilize, we don't have any weapons to control the activities of the sportsman.
Right.
That is not the good sentence, that's not a good statement coming from the BCCI president, because...
Okay, Adil, I'll have to cut you short. I want to take in a few more calls before we wrap up. Raja from Delhi, go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Raja.
Why you are involving BCCI, right? You just see Delhi police, but they are doing for the Delhi, right? They don't have any, work to do, right?
Okay.
And if in the world, that this is a, gamble, okay? हर जगह जुआ सट्टा चलता है, इसको लीगलाइज क्यों नहीं कर देते?
What is
Okay.
the problem?
All right, you're one of those who says that betting should be legalized in the country. Thanks very much, Mr. Raja, for calling in. That's all the time really I have for. In a few seconds, Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi, if you can just wrap up what has happened today in a few brief seconds, and what can we expect? What do you expect? What more to come out really where this scandal is concerned?
The concept of IPL has come out of the major leagues of USA.
Yes.
Now I am in possession of a document. The league, baseball league, they write punishment. The official body of baseball writes punishment for a defaulter. They say he cannot be a coach, manager. He cannot even appear in a public place.
Yes.
He cannot be a celebrity. He cannot inaugurate a function. He cannot
Well,
be a chief guest.
This
is a document by the baseball federation.
Yes.
Now, couldn't this BCCI do something like this?
You know, the Supreme Court has done the right thing, Mr. Chaturvedi, in its wisdom by telling the BCCI, the cricket body, that they are lackadaisical in their approach, and that's why these things are coming up. I'll have to leave with that. I'm afraid I'm completely out of time. Mr. Chaturvedi, Mr. Magazine, and Saji, thanks very much for joining us on the show. It's very evident the people of the country want the courts to clear up this entire mess of the IPL. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. NewsX at 9 coming up next. Good night.
Here we go, looking on tweets, Facebook posts, online, YouTube for what's trending right now. At number 1 on Mood of the Nation, the trending topic is again S. Sreesanth. 259 people like this, and 36,064 people saw this post. Animesh Biswas slams the nexus between IPL organizers and politicians. At number 2 on Google India, the story making rounds is Xbox One with 20,000 plus searches. At the number 3 spot on Twitter, one of the most trending hashtags, which has close relevance again with spot fixing, is Vindu Dara Singh. At number 4 on YouTube, there's Coca-Cola Small World Machines as the most watched video. This brings us to the closing of What's Trending for the day. See you again tomorrow with the hottest trending topics of the day only on What's Trending.